Hi everybody, hi, how are you? It's been a minute since we talked. For all new people, welcome. This is Electrazie, the queen. The motherfucking queen. Oh my god, I have missed you. It's been a while since we posted, but a bitch was going through a metamorphosis. A metamorphosis. But anyway, how are you, darlings? Anyways, so today we want to talk about something that is really, really important that I believe has to be constantly talked about because it's something that the LGBT community in Malawi constantly feels, constantly go through, constantly is challenged with, and that is the severe homophobia, both online and elsewhere, really. So, but with that, we're gonna watch a video and then we'll talk about it. Here's the video.
Kuiga komwe amapangira za dongosolo amaika kudongosolo kwene kudongosolo kuiga sina kuma kha kuluza uma kha kuli bwa ndi anything can come out any time. Kodi olo mutafusa madokta kamufusa manesi kamufusa ndani akuzani zomwe ndunena sori munena koma I'm telling you guys the truth. Amavala mapampasi kayapita ku polisi adzakatira miya jatu kuti amanduzo.
Okay, so on that live, that person you have seen, she's the face of homophobia in Malawi. Her name is Hannah, or Hannah Jabez rather. But I personally would like to call her Maya Nkumba. That's my own personal name for her. Hi, Maya Nkumba. How are you doing? Anywho, that was her most streamed live that she did a couple of weeks ago, where she was attacking the queer community left and right. On her live, she said so many things. One of the things that she has said in the video that you just saw is how gay people wear pads. That's what the belief is, that gay people wear pads because it comes with whatever. So she said so many things that was so nasty. That was really just insane to think about. And a lot of people, because the girl you have seen in the video did an interview with me, the first ever interview that I ever did with anybody, thought like we are friends, thought like she's my sister or something, or like they thought some sort of way. So that's why I want to make this video to clear that out. I have never claimed that girl to be my friend. She did the interview, and after she did the interview, after she saw how many people, because when I did the interview, it was the first ever interview that she did, and it was the first ever interview during that time that has any person who identifies with a queer community come up on the air and say, I am who I am, I'm gay, da 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 da. So she, although people were comment, oh my god, that was a good interview, but they were bashing me. So she saw the clout that the video brought to her, and because Malawi, personally, I feel like it's obsessed with gay people. So any content that involves gay people is gonna trend. So she saw the traffic. Then after that interview, she made several other videos trashing the queer community. And one of the videos that she made, she was talking about, in the video, she was praying to God that God should give her, if it's sons, God should give her sons that do not act like a girl, or women that do not act like men and all that.
Ambuye tikupemphera ana athu onse amuna inde nafe tibe ana amuna koma tidzakabereka pemphero lili lidzapiteso kwa iwo. Sitikufuna tidzabereke ana amuna oti adzakakula basi adzizadzimva uchikazi.
It was cringe for me knowing that this person opened up her platform to talk about my experiences and is out there saying nonsense and And I'm like, oh, it's your platform, whatever. So I just excused myself from her life and from her everything. And I made a promise to my mind, like, okay, you know what, I would never do anything with her. I would never work with her in any way, shape, or form. But because of that video, everybody thought like we were friends. So after she made the live video a couple of weeks ago, my queer friends, lesbians, gays, and whatever, like they were calling me, telling about what what happened, like what's happening here. Like, I thought you guys are friends because what she's saying that didn't make sense. Some people are saying she needs education because if maybe there was an disagreement between me and her, she shouldn't have just said all those other things. I rather address the argument that we had, but there was nothing. There was absolutely no argument with the girl. She just felt a need to, wake up and attack the queer community. So
Yeah, Komana, I'm just trying to say, yeah. Can you just listen to what I'm saying? Yeah. I know. I don't know the whole story. Because when I came on the live video, the first thing that came, Zama Mama Pampas, Yan. I don't know what's happened. Command what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say, of all the things you can talk about the person, why are you focusing on the sexuality? Because sexuality, when you say
that's
gay,
what he is. That's what he is.
I'm gay as well. That's what I'm saying. Those
So
things.
what's the problem? For Yan. What's the problem?
I'm not
say whatever I want because that's how he is.
Tamia, listen. I don't want to be like what you can would be in confrontation. You're just having a civil conversation, right?
Yeah.
I'm not the person I'm just having a
get out. This is my life. This is my life.
And then I took time because I wanted to be, mentally okay when I respond. Because I didn't want to be emotional when I was about to respond, when I was about, responding and all that. The reason why addressing homophobia in Malawi is important is because she right now has become the face of homophobia in Malawi, and because she has become the face to an emotion that people were feeling, but they didn't know how to channel that. I feel like it has raised a lot of things, like negative attitude towards the community, even more heightened and everything. And of course, I'm always in the media whenever everybody wants to talk about gay people or how gay people this, gay people that. I've always been the one to be attacked because, well, the name is out there, the reference is me. Oh, gay people, look at, gay people, So the reference is me. That's why I was like, okay, you know what, let me be logical when I'm about to respond. The problem with such influencers coming on air like this is because you sort of like perpetuate hate to a point where the hate can become physical. Like people can want to physically attack you. Now, having said that, I don't mean they're not attacked, but I mean now they are empowered, right? They're empowered because influencers now, they're like, homophobic. So like they are empowered, I think, which is very bad. I remember there was one time I was coming from, I don't know where, but I was in the bus and there was a poem being played in the bus, and the poem was the very definition of homophobia. They were describing things to be done to queer people. And in English, it's really, because English is my second language, nothing really sounds serious in English for me, because it's my second language. But when it's in our language, in Chichewa, like, you sort of like feel it 2 times, like you feel it 10 times more, because like you understand, you process what they're saying, like you understand, like you feel it, you actually feel it. So the poem was saying how gay people should be there should be a rope to tie their necks around, and then tie the other end of the rope to the car, and then drive until the body is lifeless. It's wrong. It's evil. A country that proclaims to be a Christian country, a country that proclaims to be a religious country, and in their doctrine they talk about love your neighbor, don't judge, yada yada yada, because judgment is to him above. So it's like there's so many double stanzas there, but it's something that every queer person knows in Malawi, right? I know when before I came out, when I was in the process of trying to know who I am, trying to embrace myself, because it took me years to actually embrace myself and start posting about myself. I knew that putting my life out there is gonna attract a lot of attention, and majority of those attention is gonna be bad. So I knew exactly what to expect. It's just now, because the face is out there, a lot of queer people also get attacked through me when I'm attacked, right? And maybe I wanted to say this to them, that it's not going to stop, because gay people in Malawi will be attacked regardless, whatever you do. And I have seen it with my content, whether the content I put out is there's like nothing related to homosexuality. It's comedy. It's really fun. It's vibrant. It's everything. People will still find something to talk about simply because I am trans. Now that's another topic for another day, because I want to talk about trans privileges in Africa. It's a thing. Some people, those majority of us trans girls in Africa, especially Malawi, we don't have the trans privileges. And what I mean by that, oh my god, like, okay, let me not get ahead of myself. But anyways, yeah. So in one of the videos, she said something like, organizations are trying to fund me, or they're paying me basically for being gay. It's one of my theme. I'm totally against people believing that being gay is a profession. And this has been and will always be something that I tackle, because every person in Malawi, because of how poor our country is, they believe wholeheartedly that being queer is a profession. Being queer is a job. Just because they're homeless, just because they're in poverty, being queer must be, because I think they find it difficult to wrap their head around of a man being with another man. So the only logic is that we're paid, right? So saying that video, putting that video out, further destroyed me trying to say it's not a profession. Because the dangers of perpetuating that narrative is a lot of youngins, right? A lot of youth who are doing nothing. They have absolutely nothing going on in their lives. Some of them drop out of school. Some of them, finish school, but in Malawi there's no employment going around. Nobody is employing anybody, right? They would reach out to me talking about, whatever you want me to do, I'll do. I'm here. Connect me to this other person. Connect me to rich people. Like they will say so much, and the danger of that is, what if they meet a predator? What if they meet somebody who has evil intention? They just want to use them, and that, like, HIV is real. Okay, HIV is real, and I feel like it has to be addressed, especially in my community. So many of my queer friends, or so many. I actually know of a couple of people who were tricked into believing that it's a profession, and now they have HIV, right? So I want to stop that. I want to use my voice. I want to use my platform to actually stop that, because it's not true. No one can pay you to be who you are. I don't get paid to express myself. As a matter of fact, I feel like I am the one who paid. Because of my presence online, I can't do many things that I want to do, because I am present online, because everybody knows who I am. And that's one of the reasons why I will be like, I will tell my queer brothers, like, don't come out unless you're like absolutely sure that you want to come out. Don't come out unless you are absolutely sure that you want to come out, and you have money, you have job, like a sustainable job. By that I mean not a job that can just fire you just because, like, you're like you are the job. So that destroyed me when she said that. That's why, for me, the face of homophobia in Malawi has to be this girl. There are other influencers, of course. The likes of King Troy. I don't know his real name, but they have been vocal about how they find the queer community disgusting and how the queer community should be eradicated. Some have said how the queer community should be removed from Malawi. So I wanted to just make sure everybody understand that that's the reality of gay people in Malawi. Gay people in Malawi, they're always on defense. And yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little bit. To all people who loves me and they see me responding to all those negative comments, and the way I respond is not like I'm responding to my child. It's because you are not my children. How do you expect to write something so negative about me and I should respond to you with a smile on my face, or when the only thing that I'm trying to do is to survive? The only thing that I am trying to do as a person is to survive. And there you are trying to write a negative, like the nastiest, the worst possible negative comment that you can ever find. And you expect me to smile at that? You may intimidate gay people in the streets because, they're like, you're majority, yada, yada, yada. Like, they're afraid of you. They can't say, they will pretend, most times we'll pretend we didn't hear you. Most times I'll pretend I haven't heard that comment. I will pretend I haven't heard. I'll pretend I haven't heard you saying I should die in the streets. But online, mommy, online where I have the power, online where it's my only space to express who I am, it is utterly ridiculous if you expect me to respond to you like your mother is talking to you. So to the people that criticize my responses, before you can actually go ahead and criticize my responses, can you go and criticize the person who is writing that the one I am reacting to, the one I'm responding to? Because I'm simply reacting, simply. And honey, it's now that I'm a little bit church. It's now that I'm a little bit reserved. Before, I wasn't this calm. Okay, before I was not this calm. Before I was vile. But like I received Jesus now. Like I'm like, Jesus, welcome. Have a seat. Let's chill, relax. Let's do TikTok together. Now I respond with my mindset that I have other people who actually adores me, who loves me, and that's enough for me. Okay? That's what I wanted to say here. Next time, we are definitely going to talk about the privilege, the trans privileges in Africa, especially in Malawi.